All right, what's up? It's Critical Mess. It's episode number 70. We're talking about movies that critics and audiences do not agree on. Like tonight's commercial, The Wizard. I'm Nick Honeywell. I'm here with my friends Griswold, Brian MC Cullah, producer Ben. Say hello, gents.
What's up, gang?
Brian MC Cullah here, and I'm very proud to feature my wife's Nintendo on the board. This is not mine, it's my wife's. That's how cool she is. She has her old Nintendo.
Yes. Yeah, we're bringing the props tonight.
Yeah.
Bringing the props. All right, guys.
Glove.
So appropriately, I think we need to talk about, for the icebreaker, what our favorite video game of all time is. Who wants to start?
I'll start. This is really hard for me. Okay, and I will give it a couple honorable mentions here, but I'm just gonna say number one first. I searched my heart. It's Doom. Doom is
great choice.
The best. Okay. I still watch Doom speedruns, Doom map runs, just all kind of stuff. Anything Doom related, I eat it up. Love it. Love the pixel art. But probably the game I've spent the most hours on of all time is Minecraft. Back when adults played it.
Listen to that episode, please.
Yep, Minecraft movie.
Yeah, Minecraft the movie.
And then another shout out to World of Warcraft. And finally, Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Oh, man.
And you know what? Fuck it. I'll just round out my top 5.
May as well.
Super Mario 3 is my fifth favorite
Beautiful.
movie. So
Super Mario 3 is the best.
Yeah, Super Mario 3 was a massive one in my childhood. But my favorite of all time is Link's Awakening. So Zelda, Link's Awakening.
Great game. Great game.
On NES, I played that thing like crazy. I still play it. They remastered it for the Switch.
They did a great job, too.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
job. I mean, the detail in it, the way they like the animations in it and the puzzles are different. Oh, so good.
Cool.
Highly recommend.
Ben, what you got?
Mine is, I'm going to go with Red Dead Redemption 2. It is one of the best games I've ever played. It's so open world that I am still on like chapter 6. And there's a lot more to go. You really could.
Yeah, it's so good.
And there's so many side quests, and the graphics are so intricate, and the details of every storyline are so good that it's just infinitely playable. And I've sunk probably 90 hours in, and I'm still not even close to being finished.
I never played it, and now I really want to play
Dang,
it.
I
Really
just
well
looked it
written.
up.
It's really well written.
Red Dead 1 is on Switch, which I have, and then Red Dead 2 is only coming to Switch 2 next week.
Fuck. And I want to say, Nick, before you give your answer, those were great answers. I'm assuming Red Dead 2 is great. I've heard great things about it. But Nick, you are, of the four of us, I would say probably have played the most video games. And that's saying a lot, because
I hope so.
I've played a lot, but you collect. I mean, you have Super Nintendo collection. You've got all kind of stuff. So I'm really curious to hear your answer to this.
Well, so what I was going to say, and I guess what I have to go with, but I thought Ben was going to say this, is Final Fantasy VII, which is just, I was like maybe 13 or something when it came out, and it just blew me away. It was the best story I've ever. I didn't know video games could have a story like that. It was like, once again, so well written, immersive in a way I had never experienced in a video game before. So it was just kind of a paradigm shift after I played that game. But I'm also going to give maybe a tie to the super classic Xbox 360, but also on PC game Left 4 Dead.
Wow.
Which is to this day I still play it. It's kind of a zombie shooter game, and it hit kind of right when the whole zombie horror thing was taking off in movies and popular culture. And there have been 1,000 zombie shooters since Left 4 Dead. Not one has done it better. And the thing that makes the game so brilliant is it has a versus mode where one team is the zombies, the other team is kind of the survivors. And just night after night after night, me and my roommates just had just more fun playing that game. And I think that's what it boils down to, fun. Yeah. We have more fun playing that game than I think I've ever had playing another game. And I'm going to give one last honorable mention to Mario Kart on SNES.
Oh, Mario Kart, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anybody, I'll fuck you up in Mario Kart.
I'm not playing you in Mario Kart.
Yeah. on SNES.
Mario Kart Wii was my top.
The Wii one's great. They're all
Wii
great.
was great.
They're all great.
64 was my Mario Kart.
Nothing scared me more than when the witch was in Left 4 Dead. When you
the
stumbled
witch
on a witch.
You just gotta blast her with that shotgun right in the dome. You just gotta crown her. That's what it's called. You crown the witch.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, great game. All right, social media. We're on it, Grizz.
We are on social media. Everything is at criticalmasspodcast.com. You'll find everything: YouTube, TikTok, social. You'll find every episode. You'll find our ratings at the mess hall. Brian, you want to talk more about the mess hall?
Go to the mess hall and you can play along.
So much.
You can see all of our episodes, what we've all rated each movie, what the user and what the popcorn people and critic ratings were for both. And then you can say who you resonated with if you want.
And what's the URL again?
Mess Hall. Well, sorry, criticalmesspodcast.com.
There it is.
There's a button for the Mess Hall there. And then you can also suggest movies. We just had somebody suggest Rick. Shout out to Rick. You suggested a movie. And
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
Hey.
I don't remember what it was.
We appreciate that. But we're going to do it, though.
We just talked about it yesterday, and I already forgot what it was. But great. It was a great suggestion, and I can't wait to do it.
So speaking of movies, we'd recommend you watch the movie first before you listen to us blabber on about it. We're watching the movie right now. Also, please subscribe to our channel. We had some good momentum. We want to build that back up. And here's the thing. When you subscribe, you give 800,000 meals to one hungry child in our community.
To one
community.
child?
One child gets it. So basically, they're set for life.
Yeah,
right?
I think so, yeah.
No, each meal is just 1 grain of rice. But it's still a lot. It's still a lot. It's a lot of rice.
That's crazy.
Something.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? All right. Feedback corner, guys. Got anything?
Feedback corner. The only thing I got was the search for the Joe Dirt episode. That's the only
yeah.
our lost episode.
Another
on Joe
Phantom
Dirt.
episode.
Yeah, another Phantom episode
That's
after
okay.
Someday we'll
60
figure
plus
that out.
episodes.
That movie fucking sucked.
Yeah,
Let's
I
talk
know.
about
But
it anyway.
sometimes those are the funnest episodes.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun on that episode.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the only feedback
We
I
did.
got. Other than people are loving it. So
we're sorry.
We'll recover that audio sometime.
We'll get it someday.
All right, sock game. Just a tall white sock tonight.
Tall white.
Probably made in China by a small child.
poor small child.
Anyway,
And let's get that child a kernel of rice.
yes, let's
subscribe.
Yes, please. All you have to do is click that button.
Because China is in our local community.
It's the global community.
Yeah.
It's the global community. We're all part of it. We're all
Tall
part of
white
it.
is
Gotta
what they call Brian.
we got to take care of each other, guys. We got to take care of each other.
Tall white sounded like a drink at Starbucks
Yeah.
actually when you first said it.
All right, we're going to be spoiling this movie. This movie came out in the year of our Lord 1989, and it is called The Wizard.
But Jimmy's got a secret
You got 50,000 on Double Dragon?
that could make this the ride of their lives.
Look at him. He's a wizard. He's headed for the video championship.
This guy?
What is that?
Power glove.
Now,
Video Armageddon.
it's going to take a lot of guts and the wizard, Fred Savage.
All right, cool. Let's talk the numbers. Let's talk the numbers with The Wizard. So this one did okay. Definitely has made more money over the years, I'm sure. I feel like this one was syndicated on cable, just on TV a lot in the 90s. But the budget for this, pretty modest, $6 million. Take home about 14.3. So not too bad. Probably made a couple bucks. This one is directed by Mr. Todd Holland, who this is kind of cool, in his 20s when he directed this film. Pretty cool. So apparently, though, it was like a really bad experience for him directing this movie. He didn't really want to direct movies ever again. And he only actually did direct 2 other feature films. The absolute stone cold classic, Krippendorf's Tribe. I know we've all seen that several times.
I've seen it
several
many
times.
we watch it every year.
Watch it every
day-
night before
every
bed.
year on,
Yeah,
on
pretty much.
Flag Day. We watch that one.
Yeah, right. The other one's called
Unboxing Day.
the other one's called Firehouse Dog, which I've never heard of, but like the third line about Firehouse Dog on Wikipedia is that the film received negative reviews due to its scatological humor.
Scatological humor.
And I brought up that word on the podcast
I'm a
before, and
scat
everyone
man.
everyone was really confused. So I'm not going to define it again here.
Okay,
You're just going to have to go back and listen to that
Shame
other
on us
episode.
for not remembering what that
I
word
remember.
means.
So-
remember.
You remember? Okay.
Anyways, so I'm intrigued by that one. Blah, 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 blah. Todd Holland, what else was he notable for? Well, he has directed some TV shows and actually has done quite well with those TV shows. He directed, I believe, more than 50 episodes of The Larry Sanders Show, and he got an Emmy for that. He also directed a bunch of episodes of Malcolm in the Middle, and he got a couple of Emmys for that. So he's pretty well respected as a TV director.
That one tracks, with it being kids.
Yeah.
A kid movie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rest of the cast, well, of course, you got Fred Savage. You got Christian Slater, Luke Edwards, Jenny Lewis, Beau Bridges. I didn't realize he was Jeff Bridges' brother. I didn't realize that, but I totally see it.
Yeah.
Now.
I didn't either.
Totally see.
Yeah.
I mean, I
as
guess
soon as I saw the credit, I was like, "Oh fuck, that's Jeff Bridges' brother."
Yeah,
and I've seen him in stuff.
Yeah.
Never put two
me
and two
too.
together.
I know. I never. And I believe it's his older brother.
And he's actually
yeah.
kind of similar actor to Jeff Bridges. Like he's obviously not Jeff Bridges, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of an everyman.
Similar mannerisms.
You got Will Seltzer. You got Wendy Phillips. You got Frank McRae. Frank McRae was actually an NFL player too. I didn't realize that. You know who else is in this movie for a brief second? One Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey
is a
Maguire.
hot cameo.
Wow.
He's kind of part of Lucas's goon squad.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
toward
missed
the
that.
end.
I can't wait to see
Oh,
that.
you missed it?
I missed it.
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
yeah. Very brief. Very brief. So quick refresher about the criteria for the movies we talk about. So movies got to be fresh with audiences and rotten with critics, or vice versa on Rotten Tomatoes, and the disparity needs to be about 20% or so. So on Rotten Tomatoes, The Wizard is at 29% with critics and 60% with the popcorn people. So barely made it fresh with the popcorn people, but qualifies for our criteria.
Sure does.
All right, guys, let's talk sponsors. Raking in those bucks, raking in those big dollars.
Mm.
Onkyo.
Onkyo.
Experience real sound. Everything sounds better with Onkyo.
It does.
The Lexus of
The Lexus of sound.
sound.
Get your first soundgasm. Also, be sure to talk to your doctor about any soundgasms lasting more than 3 hours.
That's our other sponsor for next week.
Yes. Old Elk, sponsored by the great Old Elk bourbon whiskey.
I'm gonna have a little of the straight rye whiskey.
Oh, nice,
Rye.
nice. It's always ambrosial.
Didn't make any sound.
Very Ambrosial.
It's always slow cut, right?
This cork is
Very
really
slow.
getting loose.
Very slow
I
cut.
got
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
I've
Check
seen
your
that
quality
before.
assurance, guys. God.
Do I need to talk to my doctor about loose corks?
Yeah. Got a bit of a loose hole. All right. Okay.
Over-
Okay. Let's
Calm down.
Loose corks
Let's
over.
just stop.
Calm
Loose
down.
corks over 40. Yeah.
All right. Now on to our top
This
sponsor.
is episode
That's your
70,
porn
not
search.
69.
Now on to our top sponsor, The Ambrosialist. It's a new show this fall. It's on CBS 9/8 Central, starring Zachary Quinto. And boys, we're back. We're back to the original
God.
reads.
Oh,
So
sweet.
New show.
So here we go.
I can't wait.
This week on The Ambrosialist. It's a whiskey heist. And one sip could unravel the very fabric of the universe.
Wow.
High above the volcanic cliffs of Sicily, the Ambrosialist Teddy Danson and Wet Willie are hot air ballooning on their way to find a secret cliffside cave in pursuit of the volcanic vapor's cask of eternal ember. A whiskey so powerfully incendiary, its 201 proof pour can ignite thoughts, dreams, eyebrows, and entire civilizations. But there's a hitch. And it's not the molten lava fields. It's the choir of sauced up, obnoxiously drunken, snow-white mountain lava goats guarding the whiskey.
Oh my God.
The Ambrosialist grumbles and adjusts his ascot. We shall battle these goats with liquid courage. The balloon descends, fireballs hiss. Wet Willie swirls a dram declaring, I'm feeling toasty. The Ambrosialist has a revelation. The only way to defeat these goats is to outpour the ungulates.
Should we be scared?
I just
Yes.
peed a little bit.
As he alights from his hot air balloon and approaches the goat leader, he gives an ultimatum. Ready your tumbler, goat boy. For tonight, we drink you off this mountain.
Oh.
Drink you off?
Bear, says the goat. The Ambrosialist retorts, challenge accepted. And let the record show.
Maybe waiting.
He'll wait.
Waiting for the bouges has become my favorite part of this bit.
It's going to be a bit.
It has to wait.
Yeah. We can wait.
I'm here.
How was your weekend, bud?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Whiskeys can go to 201 proof.
What?
Apparently.
Can they?
Well, this one can.
The Ambrosialist knows how to get it up there.
My God.
Okay, let's be quiet. I think it's about to come. Okay.
Is it? Yeah. I'm fully uncorked.
Wow, that was worth it.
Oh wow. I do feel like Sicily and the Mediterranean is like a good hot air balloon, like a balloonsman's paradise.
Totally.
Like,
we haven't been there yet.
I do like
right?
the choice. The choice of modes is always ballooning.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Now it is. Yes.
I've just been, I'm really a fan of the globetrotting the show does. Big fan of that.
Yeah, it's a big part of it. Yeah. All right, guys, let's rate this film, The Wizard. Who wants to start?
Not me. I went first last time.
I'll start. Oh.
Who suggested it?
Grizz suggested it. Yeah,
Me.
Grizz, you
I think
start.
Grizz-
You start.
I will
You
start.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
start.
Yeah, go
I guess-
for it.
yeah,
Go
that's
for
why I
it.
went first. Cause
Guys, I'm big on this one. 87.
Holy
This
moly.
movie's fun as fuck.
Ooh.
I don't care what you have to say. I will battle you all night long. This movie's a blast. And on rewatch, I really was wondering if nostalgia was going to suck me into it. I'm sure maybe it was. But no, there's some deep themes in there.
there are very deep themes.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I think-
that is for sure.
For a lot of those things, I appreciated it. I think they're very dark. They're very twisted. They're very 80s, 90s, childhood, adulthood. And it's just so much fun. And I keep going back to this thing where I'm trying to rate my movies on how much I had fun with it, how much I enjoyed it, how much I believed it, how much I was sucked into the world, and how much I would rewatch it or recommend it to another person.
Oh, those
And
are all
this
good
is-
identifiers for a good score. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think those are weigh heavily into my scores every week from here on out. And I think that's a
Okay.
big thing for me.
I like that.
I would recommend it. I would highly, it's just so
Say that again. So enjoyability,
Enjoyability.
rewatchability, recommendation.
recommendation and rewatchability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All three
like
of those weigh very heavily into why I score my movies the
Yep.
way I do. I don't usually think of my score until the night of us recording this. So it could be a week or two
Mhm.
before we even
Think on it for as long
Yeah.
as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, prepare to go to war.
I will.
Because I'm giving this a 42, 3 less than Reagan.
That's
way higher than I thought I was going to be.
I don't think a Nintendo commercial should have dark themes.
Mm.
Just about every point I'm going to give this movie goes to nostalgia and the fact that I love Nintendo. It is a road trip movie, which can be a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing, and I don't think it works for this movie. I just thought it was really boring and just not very well made and didn't make a lot of sense. Like a lot of just kind of the main characters, like especially the girl, she just didn't make any sense. Like why she was there, and we'll get into that. Like I said, it's kind of dark, especially for a kids movie. I think this movie just has weird vibes.
Mhm.
Just has weird vibes. I
Yeah,
don't know really
I
quite
saw
how
that
to.
in some of the audience reviews, actually. Like
Did you?
the vibe of the movie or like the way it made them feel was too much. And I don't know. I appreciate the darker themes and like the ways they're talking about things as children is so more advanced than anything we see today. So it felt fresh to me.
I mean, I could see why that would be refreshing.
Yeah.
But once again, for a Nintendo commercial, I just didn't like that. Child actor overload. I don't like kids. I shouldn't say that. I
yeah,
don't
this
like-
is
I
a
don't
heavy
like-
kid acting movie.
Yeah, there's just a lot of kids acting. I
Told
generally
you
not.
his score is going to be low because of the kids.
I will say I thought Fred Savage was pretty good. He's a
Yeah.
good child actor. But the bad adult acting made up for that. I honestly think I would have just rather watched someone just play Nintendo games for an hour and a half.
I'd rather watch Twitch.
Yeah. That would have been
This
a much
made
better
Twitch.
movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Might have.
So I know we're going to talk about this more, but I've never seen a movie that felt more like an extended commercial. And even though it's for a product I love, it was just still hard for me to watch and just felt kind of forced and just kind of an all-around bad movie. But I didn't give it I didn't totally shit on it. I mean, it's
No.
a 42. I mean, it's,
Yeah. I'm shocked about how high that is for you.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
not really that. That's
it's-
not really a very low. I mean, it's not
it's
positive.
in the
but
watchable range.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. What do you got, Brian?
What kind of finally made me give my rating for this was the fact that after I watched it, I looked down at my notes and I had like 4 notes. And normally when I watch a movie, I just do a one pass of like my watch notes, and it's usually probably, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 lines that then I go and I distill down into the segments or whatever, right? This one I had like 4 notes. So I was like, wait, did I just watch this wrong? Like what? And then so the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking like, I can't even come up with a Brian's Corner for this. I couldn't come
How
up
can
with,
you not?
like, I was struggling coming up with with Marquee Mess, with all of our segments. And then I thought to myself, oh, this movie is just paper thin. There is nothing like there are the themes that are in it are very dark and deep themes, but they don't really explore them very much other than just setting them up and saying that's the theme.
Good point.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I'll take that over no themes at all.
Yeah.
But I did feel the tonal weirdness with this. Because in the main indictment I'll give on this movie is that I just don't think these three kids would have done anything that they ever did in this movie. No one would just. I mean, there's a lot of times where they run into adults, or they're in casinos, or they're in with truckers, or they're go into Universal Studios, and they're these kids, and no one's ever wondering like, where are your parents? Everyone's just letting them sort of hitchhike across the country. No one ever like asks any questions. So to me, it's like they've almost forgot to think about it from that perspective. So
I don't know. I had to look this up. I talked to Ben about this. My cousins actually took a road. They hitchhiked up to Chicago when they were young, from Cicero to Chicago. And it was very common in the 70s and 80s for from the 70s to early 90s. It was one of the largest segments of kids going missing because of runaways, because of abductions, because of adventurous, whatever mindset. And I think it's a weird generational thing that we can get into later.
I think that's a fair point.
And I think it was so intriguing for me to watch that and know that I knew people that did that and went out and just were latchkey kids, essentially.
So you're telling me that kids this age...
Well, this one kid was like 8.
The young kid was
across
9.
the country and no one would ask any questions?
So he was 9.
He was 9, 13. I remember
and then you
Fred Savage
have
was 13.
Fred Savage, 13. The girl, maybe 15, a little bit older, I would say.
Well, okay, be that as it may, no one watching this movie today would know that. And I believe you, but I also just think that it would have made a lot more sense if these kids would have been sneaking across the country somehow. Write that in. But instead, they were just in broad daylight, hitchhiking and going to casinos and doing all this stuff. And it's like they weren't really making any attempt to hide, except from the guy, the bounty hunter, who was after them.
Yep.
And so to me, I just was like, I don't know about that. It's a little weird. But maybe I'm giving it too much guff for that. All that to say,
12.
The biggest thing for me, again, not a lot of depth, very paper thin movie, and so I had here as 2-dimensional as Super Mario 3, 37. So I'm 5 points below you, Nick.
Yep.
And so that is at the top end of my bad rating. Didn't hate it. I definitely enjoyed it, and like I said, Super Mario 3 is in my top 5 games of all time. So in Nintendo, just near and dear to my heart. But I couldn't go much higher than 37.
Yeah. Ben?
I really enjoyed this. I thought it was filmed really well. I liked the caper aspect of it. I liked the themes. I loved the nostalgia. I'd never seen this before, so it was my first watch of it. I watched it twice. It's very rewatchable. And I thought 64 after Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little surprising, Ben.
I'm really surprised that you guys both gave this such a high rating. It feels like a made-for-TV movie.
Wow.
I just enjoyed it.
Which I'm fine with. I don't think that's a bad thing.
This will be fun. Brian and I allied
this
on
is
this.
weird. This is a weird one. This is a weird one.
Yeah.
I
like
also
this.
really loved the film look of it. Like it is shot very well. Also a lot, like everything's practical. Everything is
the
practical.
sets, everything from the experience. Yeah.
And so that added a lot to me. 64.
Each time I keep looking up at it, it just looks like a sitcom or something. I don't know.
It looks
Weird.
real, and it also at the $6 million mark, that is so low for a late 80s movie with Fred Savage, and it's sponsored by Nintendo and
This also-
Universal, or who Universal?
Yeah, this
Universal Studios.
This also gave way to the like the digital era, essentially. Like this was like the predictor of where video games were headed. It was going into competitions, which now we have esports. It has everybody's excited to watch him play video games, so it's going into Twitch and what we have now. It was a predictor of a lot of things that people didn't know back in the day. And so I give it a lot of credit for that too.
All right, this is Critical Mess. Here with Brian, here with Grizz, here with producer Ben. And now we're going to talk about why critics and audiences do not agree on this movie. And we're going to start with the critic of the critics, Mr. Brian M.C. Cullen.
Critics' consensus as per Rotten Tomatoes in A, because there isn't one. The movie just it doesn't have enough ratings to have a consensus, so no one ever wrote one. So we'll just read the only 4 top critic reviews we have of this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. First one is, make my text bigger, Neil Shit.
Neil Shit?
Sorry, Neil.
Neil Shit?
He's a good, I usually agree with him.
I hit the wrong button. Where are we at? Neil Gillett, The Age, Australia. He says, The Wizard is fairly inoffensive stuff if you do not object to heavy doses of American materialism and sentimentality, and the notion that running away from home is a normal way for a child to respond to a minor disagreement with a father. That was interesting to me because I thought it was huge that the boy, I know that he comes from, I don't want to say broken home, but like a non-traditional family. He's got a stepbrother, the mom is dead, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I could see maybe him running away, but boy, Fred Savage, what's Fred Savage's name is in this movie?
Corey.
Yeah. Boy, he just commits. He goes, breaks this kid out and goes across country, never even looks back, never even second guess, never cries, never thinks I'm running away and doing all of this and breaking all these laws. And he just goes for it. So I needed a little bit more setup there. And I think it was weird that like the full incentive for, his father's he's kind of a doofus, but he's clearly a loving, non-abusive father, very supportive,
hardworking guy.
Yeah. So like for him to do what he did, I feel like I agreed with Neil that there needed to be a little bit more motivation for him to run.
I think for me, this will tie into the themes later, but the thing that Fred Savage is doing is he's answering a question from a child's point of view to help a child, which no adult in this film saw until the very end. Yeah. He's trying to help a kid that went through an insane trauma that is packaging this into a way that he doesn't know how to even communicate.
I agree with you, and I think that's a strong theme, but I would never buy that a kid his age would be able to actually be able to do what he did. I understand the motivation. I'm not buying that he can do it. So,
but I don't know. That's not a deal breaker for me in terms of like him and his plot line. You got to kind of suspend disbelief for a little bit just to be like, okay, like none of this is like realistic. Yeah. It is just more to like have a story to tell.
Yeah. Sure. We've also watched, movies with vampires, and we've watched movies with, crazier plots than this, and we give it higher scores.
As long as they, I'm not indicting Star Wars for having Death Stars. Like as long as the universe is consistent with its own rules, I'm fine. This is not a high fantasy or an alternate universe. This is the world we live in. This is our universe. And movies that are made in our universe need to follow the laws of our universe. And so to me, I feel like it didn't necessarily, laws of our universe. I'm not talking physics. I mean, when I say our universe, our world. So I don't feel like kids would just do what they did. I don't know. I'm not saying they wouldn't. Maybe the movie just didn't do a good enough job selling me on that.
Did you guys not run away from your parents?
Yeah, did you guys not run away as children?
Kids?
Or romp around town?
Running away is one thing.
California.
Running away is one thing, but hitchhiking to California is another thing. With kids.
I didn't get that far.
I think they're going from like they're
going walking down a desert road with a lunchbox.
I looked it up. They went from Utah to California, which is what, 5 hours, 6 hours. So it's not
driven that.
Yeah, exactly. We've done it before.
That's
so
it's not
a long way though.
LA to Utah,
that's
bro?
like here to New York,
not
man.
5 hours.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Is
bro.
it? Okay,
it's a lot further than that.
Well, from
regardless,
from the western border of Utah to the eastern border of California might be, but
that maybe that.
But here's what I'll say on that. All I'll say is I just feel like it was a little bit lazy writing because
is that it?
Yeah,
7 hours.
From where in Utah?
Yeah, I was about to say from where.
I said from LA to Reno. And it's 7 hours, 40 minutes.
Well, I would go
from Utah,
but they went from like I would go probably more like Provo or something.
Were they going to Reno?
They started in Utah.
It's not 15 hours.
Reno's on the western edge of Nevada, between Nevada and California, isn't it? Or is it on the?
So they went from Podunk, Utah to Reno to California.
Anyway, we're being submitted. But my
I
point
think
is,
that's realistic. I don't know. Of the time I'm watching an 80s movie, I'm watching like these adventurous kids. I think it's not realistic, but also I have to suspend disbelief in a lot of movies to watch them.
Then how do you
I'm not saying I'm not suspending disbelief. I'm saying you have a well-adjusted child in a loving home who does this, and what you need is for him to come out of some kind of abusive home or some kind of situation that would propel him to do something so drastic to not only do what he did, but to leave behind people who love him, who are all after him. There's not a setup that is allowing me to believe that he's going to actually do this and follow through with it. I do understand the brother, the stepbrother.
Yeah,
yes,
the love
he
to the
has
stepbrother.
had trauma. He has had a twin who's died. He's a step.
But he's watching like a stepbrother, and like my favorite scene in this whole movie was the scene where Fred Savage is in the house and he's in his room or he's off the roof or something like that. And you have the dad and you have the brother arguing, screaming. All the windows are open. The sun, and it just slowly zooms out of a window and out of the house. And you're watching this screaming match inside the home. All you hear is that. and you slowly go back around to the house and you see Fred in this room. Like, I cannot stand.
Yeah, but the dad's not a monster though. Like that.
No,
was,
he's
like,
not.
They
but
should have
he
made the
can't
dad a
stand
monster.
that a house is so imbalanced that the dad is so impatient to not realize that his
Make the
actual
dad a
son-
monster.
That's one review down.
Make the dad a monster.
Yeah.
Rita Kempley, Washington Post. Hollywood hucksters, zap them, have borrowed from Japanese game pushers in the shameless attempt to sucker America's children. I only read that because there's only 4.
Hold on. So there's 4 reviews and they gave it a 29%.
4 top critics.
4 top critics.
There are 24 total reviews, but
That's still low.
That I would be very curious to see if new reviewers on the critic side would go back and watch this film again, just because of how deep these themes are and like the personalities of these people. The acting was not bad by any means, like especially for child actors. This many child actors, I don't know. I'm sure y'all differ, but I was wildly impressed by it.
I personally did not find any of the acting to be bad.
Yeah.
I found there to be several standout performances. Christian Slater was great.
Yeah.
Fred Savage is just, he wasn't great, but he's Fred Savage,
Yeah.
so he's fine.
He has that chemistry.
Yeah, he's
Or
fine.
That,
He takes me out of it with his facial expressions sometimes and whatever. But in the Beau Bridges is good. That bounty hunter guy was cast really well. I don't remember his name, but so finally Roger Ebert. It was only after the 3 kids arrived safely at the championships that I began to question the ethics of the film, which is, among other things, a thinly disguised commercial for Nintendo video games and the Universal Studio Tour. And he gave it a 1 out of 4.
Yeah, get him, Roger.
So, critics just aren't taking this film seriously, and they're looking at it and going, "This is clearly a Nintendo commercial." I'm not saying that's what I think, but I'm saying I feel like that's kind of the critics are just.
I think
saying,
that's a hard thing for me to look at. For the critics, a lot of them came from late 80s, early 90s. A lot of these critics reviewed this movie back then, and they looked at it as, oh, this is just a straight up commercialized thing. And you are ignoring the entire plot, the kids, the family aspect, the dynamics of this thing, why these kids are running away, in favor of, oh, it's just a commercialized Nintendo trying to get after money. They didn't make money. Like I mean, it's memorable in some ways, but it's
hear that, critics? You're wrong.
They are. I think they are.
I just found something out about this movie.
What?
So the cinematographer for this film has been the cinematographer for the Grand Budapest Hotel, Asteroid City, Moonrise Kingdom, and a lot, like just The Heat, like a bunch of other movies.
Anything else?
Bridesmaids.
So he was like 15 when he did this?
He I guess he took a 20-year hiatus.
Yeah.
But those are
Dogma.
those are
working cinematography.
Bottle Rocket.
So he just works for Wes Anderson, basically.
Yeah.
Works for Wes.
The guy that shot this also shot all of most of Wes Anderson's catalog.
Interesting.
Is that not
that's
crazy?
crazy?
Random.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would
knew I
have
liked this
never
film.
thought that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
It doesn't raise my score at all, but that's really interesting to know.
I texted Grizz while I was watching it, and I was like, "This is very well shot."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back and thinking about it and how it was shot and how the film looked, the realism, I think I really bought into it. And I looked at this and I loved this as a kid, and I was really worried that I was going to just shit all over it looking at it 30 years later.
Well, you didn't. You rated it an 80-7.
Yeah, dude. It's so good.
Good God.
It's so fun.
Would you like to do some audience reviews for us?
Are you all done?
That's all I got.
That's all
man.
you got? All right, I got a few. 5 out of 5. If you grew up in the 80s obsessed with the Nintendo, you will love this movie. And I agree, you will love this movie. But if you also have a brain and you want to look at the heart of a family and the dystopian world of like the destruction of a family after a split, stepdads, like the aggressiveness of it, like the trauma of this child, I think you will find a lot more in this than just 80s nostalgia. So that's just me.
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s obsessed with the Nintendo, and I did not
Yeah,
like
I have
this
clear
movie.
evidence that that's not correct, what that reviewer said.
Wow.
You guys have no heart.
This is my first. This is
No
my
heart.
first time
No,
watching
exactly
it,
the point. I don't rate movies with my heart. I rate them with my head. That's maybe that's
this
the
was
difference.
my first time watching it, and I didn't like. I grew up with Nintendo, but I really didn't have one. It brought me back in with nostalgia a little bit.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm shocked it didn't bring either of you guys, especially in that era. Last one. A lot of these are from 15 plus years ago, by the way. 4 out of 5, Fresh. This movie was great. Sure, it was a big ad for Nintendo, but it had heart and a great story. So
It had some heart.
I think it had an
Yeah, I
insane
think
amount of
it's
heart.
heart.
And if I can feel for these characters and the experience they're going through and the world they're going through, I will drive with that all day long.
You know what other movie had heart? Crash.
Yeesh.
Heart doesn't make a good
I haven't
movie.
watched that in probably
I'd
20 years.
argue Joe Dirt had some heart.
Joe Dirt had heart.
Yeah.
I agree. Joe Dirt had heart. Terrible
I think
movie.
it had a little heart.
I don't know.
I don't think Crash had heart.
Yeah,
thinks
Crash didn't
it
have
thinks
heart.
it did. It thinks it did.
Well, it thinks
and
it had a lot
everyone
of
who
things.
saw it that year,
But
thought
you
it did.
guys
I
felt for
didn't.
no one in this movie?
I didn't either.
You felt for no one in this movie?
No, I'm saying this movie
Yeah, we
did
did,
have
yeah,
heart,
we're
but
saying-
that does not make the movie a good movie to me. So that was my point with saying that. Like I
So-
jokingly brought up Crash. Just because a movie has heart doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, it's hard to
So
say.
I'm not
strong-
going to disagree that it didn't have heart.
So strong themes and heart don't make a good movie.
I mean, that'll get you 37 points. I mean, I've rated. I mean, 37
You-
is
you have
we're
rated a
37% of the way up to 100.
That's true. Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
got
that's
it
fair.
there.
That's fair.
And it's the theme. That's what I said
Yeah.
earlier. I said
Yeah.
the themes are what brought it there for me.
And
So
I'm
you did
feeling
say
that
that.
you guys had zero nostalgia for this movie. Zero.
Really?
Yeah.
I
From
definitely
your
I had
scores and the way you're talking about
one
it.
of the formative
No, I
moments
said
of my
that's like
life.
the whole. That's like all my points.
That's
I
all
said
your
that
points?
already.
I
wearing
literally
the
just said
glove.
one of the four when I saw Super Mario 3, that was I remember exactly what I was doing and when
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
that and who
Yeah.
I talked to about it and who I
Yeah,
ran
yeah,
across the
yeah.
street and my
Yeah.
friends I
Totally.
talked to. So
Totally.
yes, a lot of nostalgia.
All right. This is Critical Mess. We're sponsored by Old Elk. Modelo. Didn't mention Modelo. Staying hydrated.
Oh yeah.
Onkyo. We're sponsored by the Ambrosialist. Now we're moving on to another great segment. It's called Flip the Script.
Good job, guys.
Nice.
I'm proud
Very
of us.
nice.
Yeah, we did it.
Every
really
once in a
let that
while,
go.
we pull it off.
Yeah.
All right. It's a segment where if we gave a film a good review, we talk about what we didn't like and vice versa. And the one thing.
The one thing.
I'll start. I liked the Nintendo games.
How many points to your score went to just strictly Nintendo games played in this film?
Yeah, like 35.
Okay.
Out of
I mean,
37
out
or
of
42?
out of 42.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not that many, but yes, a lot.
I'm glad you said that because I wanted to say that, but there was one other thing that I thought was even better in this movie for me.
Mhm.
There was a moment in this movie where I actually realized I was watching a movie. Just one moment. There wasn't like where people chasing each other and hitting each other's cars in a caper, right? It was like I was like, oh, this is like actual high drama. It's when we just watched it. We're watching along here. It's when the dad and the Christian Slater, the older brother, were in the hotel room, and Christian Slater gets mad that the dad doesn't want to talk to him. Like he's trying to have this heart to heart with the dad, and the dad won't talk to him, and he runs out. Right. That scene, I was like, oh God, it was like a breath of fresh air. I was like, whoa, we're getting like actual like drama. And go figure, there was no kid actors in that scene. Maybe I don't know if that's the reason, but that
You hate
dad,
kids, got it.
the dad and son theme. I hate kid actors are not good. The dad and son theme. But that was probably that was a good significant part of my score. So good job.
Would you not like, Grizz?
I think a lot of it had to do with the kid acting. There were just quick moments where their facial expressions just felt out of place or they took me out of the film. So I think that was a big one. And it happened often enough for me to notice. And I was just like, oh, okay, now I'm not in this adventurous road trip anymore with these kids across country.
Yeah, child actors are tough.
Yeah, I think it is tough. I think I saw it a decent bit here and there. Fred Savage is he was a force back then. So
yeah, Wonder Years
it's
was a
hard
big
to
deal.
find his spots where he had those issues, but then you have like these bullies that just chased him down where they're just idiots and reading lines that were told to them.
Did you guys watch Wonder Years?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna hot pocket that.
Okay.
Yeah.
One other thing I'll say is I just meant to say this earlier. Notably not big child actor fans around here. However, just went and saw Home Alone at the old ISO and
Nice.
watched them play along. And I have
Yeah.
to say, Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone puts on an absolutely flawless.
Agree.
And it's lightning in a bottle.
It's a
I don't even
clinic.
think he
Yeah,
knew what he
agreed.
was doing. I credit the director. I credit
Yeah.
there's something about
Everything.
That,
Yeah.
he is
John Hughes.
perfect.
John Hughes.
John,
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Hughes wrote it, I think,
Mhm.
and Chris Columbus directed.
Chris Columbus.
He is just so good in that movie. So it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah, can be done.
Just thought I'd mention that.
All right.
Dakota Johnson and Man on Fire.
Also,
Yeah.
Another
Good.
great
Also-
performance.
Wow,
Yes.
yeah.
Agree.
Hey, check out our Man on Fire episode, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Probably in the 30s.
Oh,
30 episodes,
Oh, I thought you
20s
were
or
gonna
30s.
say the
No, I
score.
was trying to remember how long ago
Number.
it was.
Yeah, it was,
But
it was
before
a while ago.
video.
Before
but,
video, yeah.
But the sound is on point because
Yeah,
producer
that's
Ben's
right.
been here since
That's right.
episode 3. So
All 97 of them.
All right. Still our newest segment. It's called Marquee Mess.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
This is the segment where we rename the film. Who wants to start?
I've got 3.
Okay, give us one.
Rain Man 2, Rain Boy.
I don't know why I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
I had Cross Country Cartridge.
Yeah, good. This one's only going to make sense if you've seen the movie. This movie, it's so bad.
Okay,
The
that
new
was
sound clip.
almost my flip the script, just that scene. Because that scene with the power glove, it's so good.
Yeah, it's
So good.
It's so bad.
That's what's funny. It wasn't good to me. It was used. It wasn't like there was a interesting theme thing we can talk about later. But I think it's funny that scene did nothing for me.
Well, here's
other than insert a product.
I'll tell you why that scene did so much for me, because I expected it to go off the rails and be like hyper.
Yeah, it was
hyperbolistic
very
and,
toned,
and
yeah.
go, whoa, he's got him to be, but he was so stoic the way
so
he said
cool,
it.
yeah.
And I was like, that's well done.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job keeping him stoic.
Yeah.
I just wish it would have paid off more in the end.
Yeah, it was
power
just
glove?
kind of a little. It was a commercial. Once again,
the
it's a
problem
commercial.
is that the power glove is problematic as a product.
Yeah. It's not problematic as an accessory, though.
No,
let me tell
it's
ya.
not. But it's problematic as how it was marketed. I figured we might get into that.
Yeah.
What's my next one here? Spanky's Stanky Delivery Service.
I liked it.
Got to see the movie.
Nice.
Chris?
Jimmy Kong.
Jimmy Kong?
Jimmy Kong.
Who's Jimmy?
Like King Kong. Jimmy is the main.
Oh,
kid.
he's the little kid.
Yeah, the wizard.
He's the
Oh, yeah,
wizard.
Jimmy.
Yeah, he's the wizard.
Right.
The
that's
wizard.
Jimmy.
Jimmy Kong.
Right. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. I get it. TV commercial, the movie.
There it is. There it is.
Nice.
All right, my last one is for you, Nick.
Mhm.
The autobiography of Billy Mitchell.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
yes.
I
This
saw
is-
him once.
This is where it starts. I did too.
You saw he was
Yeah,
walking
we
around our
both did.
office.
Yeah, he was in our
Did he have
office
the
one day.
American
Oh, yes,
flag
he did.
tie?
Yes.
The black
Oh,
suit and
yes,
the
he
The
hair?
did.
full outfit.
He sleeps in that
Yeah.
thing.
I was sitting on the
Yeah.
couch in the
You
front
guys-
office.
I've met him too.
Really?
Oh,
You guys
we
have
didn't
all met
meet
him?
him. I just saw him. I was just around his
Oh no,
aura.
we told him where he was looking for the Mexican restaurant or the bar around the
Right,
corner.
right,
and I was
right,
like,
right.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't talk to him.
it's around the way.
Yeah,
And
but I
that's
saw
all.
him.
Yeah, as
So-
much as I
so
hate him,
cool.
I want to ask for his autograph. And
Oh,
just,
definitely.
I met
just-
him at Gen
Have him
Con
sign
and I
your
got him
tie?
to sign a bottle of hot sauce.
Oh, nice.
that
Yeah, 'cause
was,
he's got the hot sauce.
yeah,
Right.
he's got hot sauce.
Yeah, right.
God.
Right.
Yeah.
Billy Mitchell, what a
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah. Legendary
Kind of
piece
an
of
What,
shit.
a,
but-
what an infamously terrible, worst piece of shit person, legend who I want his autograph.
Yes, I know.
of.
What a contradiction.
Yeah. And if
but-
that intrigues you, watch
Watch King of Kong.
Fist-
watch
Fistful
King
of-
of Kong.
Yeah.
Fistful of quarters.
Fistfuls of quarters.
Is that another one? He's probably been in multiples.
Oh no, it's the same.
That's
Sorry,
the
it's
same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, same title.
Chris?
I got a couple more. So bad.
So bad.
So bad.
So bad.
I think you guys would like that
I
one.
like it.
How about Trip of Destiny?
Ooh.
Nestiny.
Destiny.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Nice.
Well
Nestiny.
done.
I like it. I got one more. Kid Icarus.
Great game.
Do you guys ever play that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Very
Uh-huh.
difficult
I fucking
game.
love that
Very
game.
difficult game.
Yep.
All right, I've got some more. How about Mario the Whore?
Wait, Mario the Whore?
Mario the Whore.
The Whore.
I'm going to have a little theme going here. Hooking
Okay.
for Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. I see. I got you.
TMNT turns a trick.
Mhm.
Double our revenue dragon.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, I like that.
Two more. Level down.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, plot sold separately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
come on.
Savage.
Burn.
Fred Savage.
Yes, sir. I know. I tried to get a Savage one in there, but I didn't have anything good.
It's-
I
yeah.
didn't have anything good.
150 and you'll see the butt.
That's right.
Oh,
Just
there we
150.
go.
Just 150 and you'll see the butt.
Nice.
Stupid.
Oh, man.
That's fun, guys.
Yeah,
That's
that's good.
good.
Thanks for carrying it.
All right, you're listening to Critical Mess.
Hey, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay,
We didn't
motherfucker.
have
No,
it.
that was, no, it's good. All right, sponsors. Onkyo. Experience real sound. Eargasming all night. Old Elk. We're stop trying.
Ooh,
That's
that was unintentional.
Ooh, that hole got tight.
Hey.
The rye is a little loose tonight, but
the
the
rye-
wheat
the wheat's real.
There it is.
That bitch tight.
That's right.
Can you hand me the rye, please?
slow cut.
On to our biggest, our best, our most bombastic sponsor, the Ambrosialist.
Let's go.
Part 2 of this week's read. This week on the Ambrosialist. Lava Goat Leader and the Ambrosialist are in a drinking competition of death. The Ambrosialist pours a dram from the volcanic vapor's cask of eternal ember into Lava Goat Leader's goblet. Its 201 proof heat radiates like 1,000 suns. Bottoms up, he intones, his voice as even as the great salt flats of Utah. Goat Leader gulps. Smoke curls from its nostrils. Its eyes roll back in ecstatic confusion. Wet Willie leaps from the balloon.
He discarded that bush. Wait for the next bush.
Wet Willie leaps from the hot air balloon, twirling a dram like a baton. Careful, Ambrosialist! Not even I have ever encountered such a potent pour. The Ambrosialist scoffs as he removes an imperial pint glass from his trench coat. Lava Goat Leader pours a few ounces of the nefarious liquid into the Ambrosialist glass. But just a few ounces? Chortles the Ambrosialist. Top me off, pussy.
What's
Damn.
top me off at 3
Rated M
ounces
for
plus?
mature.
Good job, children.
The goat gives a look of sheer terror as the Ambrosialist lifts all 20 ounces to his lips, and in a flash, it's down his gullet.
20 ounces.
20 ounces.
Teddy Danson and Wet Willie look on in horror. Ambrosialist, you can't possibly survive, says Wet Willie. It'll be a good day for the crows. The Ambrosialist retorts, I've been chugging pussy shit like this since I was in diapers. That's my boy, shouts Teddy Danson. Lava Mountain Goat Leader stumbles, then kneels to his new master, slowly pushing the volcanic vapor's cask of eternal ember toward the Ambrosialist with his conflagrated nose. Come, my boy, exclaims the Ambrosialist. You're my goat now. It's going to be a long...
Oh, we're going. We're still going. Okay.
Oh, no, well, that was basically the end. You're my goat now, yeah. And we have much to drink. Okay.
Are we spoiling the whole episode at this point?
That's only like the first 3 minutes.
Oh my God! There's
Wow.
so much
So much
happening
to
in
be
these
seen.
episodes.
It's
I
a really
love it.
dense show.
Dude.
Yeah.
20 ounces of 201 proof, like that would
I had to look that up.
that would destroy an army.
So a
That's what
bottle
the-
of Old Elk is 750 milliliters, which is 25 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that shows
Almost
how
a
tough,
full bottle of Old
how
Elk.
tough old boy is.
Well, and Old Elk is also, 80?
How
90
big is that
proof?
glass he had?
Yeah.
Well, it's 20. It's an imperial pint.
It's a big glass.
It's a big glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't question
The
the
Ambrosialist.
Don't
Hey.
question it.
I get it.
All right, we're on to Tharks. Gosh, this just makes me want to watch Con Air
I know,
right
I know,
now.
I know.
Right now.
I gave it way higher score than this.
I need to relabel this.
All right.
Do some housekeeping over here.
Tharks is where we're talking very, very quickly about themes and arcs. So what do you guys got?
Grizz, you want to take this one?
I do.
Yeah.
I broke down a lot of this stuff. Things and arcs. Healing, trauma. I think this is a dark, dark movie, and I am a sucker for people in a twisted, dark situation, like split household, traumas of a death of a sibling and a child. So there's that theme. Found family, siblings, the girl that they're adventuring across the country with. There's also the video games as a form of expression and also like a coping mechanism for the
that's
child.
a good one. I did not have that one. Yeah, that's
I
good.
think that was huge throughout the whole film, but it's an obvious theme that they're kind of building up to. But yeah, the darkness of the kids in the 80s and 90s and the support they did not get, the understanding of how we talk to kids and how we discuss autism and trauma and all those things are wildly important. And then, yeah, so I broke down these as well. Each aspect of the film. California is the healing, the closure. The lunchbox is all of Jimmy's trauma, his dead sister.
Just all the pictures of his of the sister. Yeah.
Cabanzo dinosaurs. I don't know what the location's, I guess, famous.
Like the tourist trap thing place.
Is the childhood memories.
The Pee-wee movie.
Yeah, it's also in the Pee-wee movie.
Yeah. Big
Same
Adventure.
Thing. Yep. Those are the childhood moments, the memories, the things that they hold on to as like near and dear to their heart. Video games, Jimmy's voice, and it's the way he speaks to other people. He's showing dominance. He's showing things that he cannot speak to. Road Trip, the transition, the transformation, the whole entire, whole movie is on this trajectory from start to finish to success, winning, finding themselves, Jimmy speaking.
So the road trip is sort of like the mechanism for like the growth, the character growth.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Lucas, the Power Glove. This is a fun one. False mastery. So he is just purely a tool to show that all you need is this product. And I think it's funny that you have a director that isn't well known, but I feel like it's weird that this is a commercial for Nintendo. At the same time, I think that was an interesting piece that they didn't need a glove to win. They used Jimmy and his, passion for the games. And then last but not least, last is Putnam, the stepdad. Those both felt like the antagonist, the blindness to understanding children, looking for the quick, easy fix to put him in a home or grab him and send him back home and put him in this thing rather than asking him, what do you want? What do you need? Why are you saying California? Which Fred Savage did. So I think.
Okay. The stepdad. Yeah. Yep.
Right. The stepdaddy
Yep.
and the bounty hunter kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things, like I was just like wildly intrigued by it. I think that's so interesting and so deep. And you see it in the acting and all that stuff. So it's tough.
Yeah, they didn't have to go that hard with the themes, but they did. So I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nick, what do you got?
I got a sound effect.
Dang. All right. I'm fighting for this movie.
No, I know.
No.
Well done,
guys.
buddy. Well done. Well done.
Literally, there's nothing I could have said that would have been any more eloquent and more thought out than that.
Yeah,
and
good work.
I tracked and picked up everything that you just said. So
just because I wanted it in the segment doesn't mean you didn't do a good job. The segment's good.
Yeah, boss.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, that was so good that I'm going to a 39.
Oh,
wow!
Because
way to earn it.
Because there was a couple in there that I didn't even catch, and I think that I probably didn't give it quite enough credit in the themes department. So go with 39.
Nice. I like it. Respect.
Yeah.
All right. Now we go to a place with a song.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Brian's Corner. It's typically a segment where I have done a lot of work and pre-thought.
Mm-hmm.
And today's no exception. Actually, it is. So no, I really didn't get. I like to connect Brian's Corner to the movie. I got nothing here. I really could not come up with a theme. So let's go left field with this. Right. Let's go. I'm gonna go debate club. Okay. I'm gonna give you three topics. I'm gonna let two people choose to debate this. Just real quick, two things to say. Okay. And when you hear what the topics are, you're going to want to say something. Okay, so here, I'll give you the first topic, and I'll just let two people decide to take a side on this. There's a movie that came out recently that almost completely destroyed our podcast here. Somebody threatened potentially to maybe that there's irreconcilable differences, things like this. There are a lot of accusations, a lot of really, really serious things that came up. The movie's called The Materialists.
I think it's just Materialists.
Materialists.
Yeah,
Plural?
Sure.
With an S? Yeah,
Materialists. I don't even know what the name of it is. Materialists.
Yeah.
Actually, I did write Materialists, so I was right on how I wrote it. And I don't know. What do you got? I just what the fuck is going on with this movie? What the hell is going on with this movie that almost destroyed our podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, this movie came out this year. It's Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans.
What deeply offended me the most was that Grizz here said thinks it's a much better movie than the new Frankenstein from Guillermo del Toro, which is just ludicrous.
Okay, you just brought up my second topic too. So let's just combine them into one. Frankenstein and Materialists.
Okay,
go.
I am on Nick's side
Thank you.
100% on this.
Frankenstein was exceptional.
Yeah,
I've watched it twice. I thought it was awesome.
You're a whore for practical effects and sets.
I fucking love him. I also love Guillermo.
Yeah, so do I. I had high hopes for this movie.
You know what's funny? I'm going to give you just a little thing here. I was watching our Gone in 60 Seconds episode.
Okay.
And one of our icebreakers was, what's something in movies that you really miss, that you think needs, like an old trope that you think needs to be brought back? You know what your answer to that was?
What was it?
Title cards. And you know what this movie had? Great title cards. But you didn't think of that.
No, I don't. I guess I didn't really remember them. I was so bored with that film. And the acting felt so flat.
We weren't watching the same movie. Oh my gosh. I thought the acting was spectacular. I thought
I'll give it a
rewatch. Compared to Materialists?
It took me multiple nights to finish it. Multiple nights to watch the Frank. I would be more impressed maybe if I saw it in a theater. And I'm mad that they only gave it a 2-week window.
That was stupid.
That was at limited theaters. Yeah. That pisses me off to no
before.
end. Because I would respect it and have more visual cue to
But that's just the Netflix business model, for better or worse, because it doesn't make them any money to put it in theaters.
A lot of reviews talked about how slow that movie was, and it was made to get the short attention spans of people to be able to text and do shit while they're watching a movie. And I saw it so badly in that film.
My biggest critique of Frankenstein was that there was a lot of exposition that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
And it was very much a movie that I felt like Netflix saw the original cut and was like, we need more exposition. We need more time.
And that killed it. It just felt flat. It felt weird that they were explaining certain things and I could have just discovered those things on my own through visual effects with Guillermo or with the acting.
I didn't necessarily disagree. I don't necessarily disagree with that. But for one, the movie was just so gorgeous that it didn't bother me at all. I'll just sit and watch watch the scenery. I don't really even give a shit what's happening if it's dragging for a little bit. I will agree there were a couple parts I did think were a little long and there was a little bit of extra exposition. But once again, you're retelling such a classic tale, and you're taking some liberties doing that.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of have to have a lot of extra exposition because it's not just a beat for beat retelling of the novel.
Yeah.
It's inspired by the novel.
But I mean, Grant, I gave it I think a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. On rewatch, maybe I'll give it another
Materialists for
and
you.
I think Materialists I gave a
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
I thought you said it was a 7.
I originally did give it a 6, and then I need to rewatch it and give it whatever. That's a soft 7. I think it was a hard 6. I even had it in my notes.
I thought I'm not going to go
or
on
my
tirade.
comments. I remember commenting that it was a soft 6.
I just want to say a couple quick things about why that movie really sucked a fat one. And one of the reasons is, and I think I texted this to you guys, I've never really seen a movie do this before, and it just really killed it for me. All 3 of the main characters, there's basically 3 characters in that movie, right? All of them are so self-deprecating, which is just so obnoxious.
I think the study on human nature and their personalities is so realistic that beyond what you would think in this world, that they are real people in this world.
I wasn't buying I think they were trying way too hard to make them like real people.
It felt like a dramatic satire.
The whole leg lengthening thing. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The leg lengthening thing. Jesus Christ.
That was bad. That was bad.
Wow, that was bad.
I'm shocked that was a plot point.
Wow, that was bad. It was also a movie that was just, I felt it was like masquerading as like a good movie. I feel like there was one shot in particular where it was in a restaurant. And it was, the Dakota and what's the guy everyone loves?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro.
Oh,
and it just hung on this shot and it was just it was framed nicely. It was a nice looking shot. But it was like 5 minutes of them sitting there talking, and it was just the most asinine bullshit. And I know this director was like, we're just going to do this super minimal. This is going to be such a genius shot. And it was just like, I could just tell the director was up her own ass so much. She was just like, it just didn't work. It felt like a movie that was trying really, really hard to be a good movie. And I don't want to say, I like romantic movies sometimes. I know it's not like my favorite genre, but there's some great ones out there. Yeah. And this one, man, I just thought it was terrible. Last thing I'm going to say is that the whole, like, Pedro Pascal, he just gets forgotten for the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
He just disappears and that's it. I linked in my legs, gone. And it's just like, okay.
Now, granted, I rated both of those movies, Frankenstein and Materialists, both a 5 to 6 out of 10. And I don't think they're like wildly enjoyable, but they had deep, interesting themes that I was like, oh, that's. But I also looked at Materialists as a dark, like dramatic satire rather than a serious drama.
I didn't see it as a satire at all.
The way they acted, especially Pedro Pascal, the way he acted it looked way different than the bland white meat, Dakota Johnson does in every movie that she's ever done in her life.
Well, I haven't got to say mine.
Yeah, what do you got?
Give it.
So first of all, the reason I wanted to bring that up was because I was really hoping you guys would have some strong opinions, and you did. And
a little bit.
You delivered. And my God, were your points so great. This was a selfish Brian's Corner because I just got to sit back and watch you guys do your thing. I will say I rated Materialists higher than Frankenstein. Materialists 7 out of 10. Frankenstein 6 out of 10.
We're on the same page there.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. That was enlightening for me. So I really appreciate the discussions and great fervor, great thoughts. I don't know who. I mean, y'all won, but y'all both won the debate. Everyone wins. Everyone's a winner.
I rated Materialists 2 out of 10, and Frankenstein 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm at like a 2 and like a 8.5.
I will give both a fresh rewatch this week, and I'll let you guys know if my score changes from a 5 on Frankenstein and then a 6, 7 on
I think they were both well-made
Materialists.
movies and very different from each other.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm exasperated.
Well, thanks for joining me at Brian's Corner. Did I exasperate you guys? You guys are used to me running my mouth for that. So.
Are you tired?
I am. All right, now we're moving on to, I still haven't fixed my typo, Hot Pocker.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let's do some hot pocketing. And like Brian said, not a ton of notes for this one. Okay. So let's jump. I need to get my Flavomatic. Brian, you want to talk about the Flavomatic for a sec?
Hey, I did forget to mention that. By the way, if you've been to the mess hall, go to criticalmesspodcast.com and click mess hall. You'll notice there's a little icon that looks like a Hot Pocket. You can click it, and it opens up the Hot Pocket Flavomatic. And the cool thing is you can build your own Hot Pockets there. It's like a slot machine. It feels really good. But also it's available on mobile now. So you can pull it up on your phone and build some Hot Pockets.
It's no longer for Patreon only?
Well, as soon as we start our Patreon, I will revoke access to normal people.
Cool.
It's going away soon.
It's a Black Friday sale. Get in there. You can use the Hot Pocket Flavomatic
now.
until the Patreon starts. Get in there.
now.
Quick.
And now it's coconut free.
Coconut free.
Love that.
Coconut free.
100% coconut free?
100% coconut free.
Get that shit outta
98%
here.
vegan free.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, fucking finally.
I know. Remember when Brian was trying to push his veganist agenda?
Veganist agenda.
I literally, on my drive home, after you mentioned that first episode, the vegan...
Veganist agenda.
Yeah.
Nick,
I laughed so hard. I was crying in the car.
That was so
I
good.
was like, dude, Nick said that.
Bro, Nick, can I ask a question?
Please.
I know you have some sway in the writers' room at Ambrosialist.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think at some point we get like a veganist character in there? Like they don't. They can be a villain. You can shit on them. But I would love a veganist to come in there, and I would love to learn about what a veganist is.
You know what's fun is
Maybe if he's the
vegan.
heel. What's that?
Whiskey is
Whiskey is
vegan.
vegan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Or else he wouldn't drink
Almost all alcohol is, and all drugs.
Well,
Being vegan's great.
to be clear, the Ambrosialist loves red meat, and so does Will.
He should. It'd be weird if he didn't.
I did hear Teddy Danson was toying with pescatarianism, but I don't know. That's later.
I'm not surprised. He's getting on in years.
Later episode maybe. We'll talk about that. All right, first Hot Pockets breakfast one: biscuits and gravy, cream cheese, fried waffle crust, dusted with brown sugar. Okay.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Sweet and savory. Yeah.
Okay.
So this movie was rated PG, right?
PG.
It was PG. First of all, it was
dark
PG.
things.
It was PG for smoking. Did I miss the smoking? I wanted to add points for smoking because I always do, and I don't think I caught the smoking.
I don't remember.
I think it was
smoking.
mostly in Reno with the surrounding.
Oh, maybe just in the casino.
I think it was in the
guess?
casino. I get.
Oh,
Yeah, that scene in
boo.
general,
That
I guess,
shouldn't
was
count.
they had to put in a favor for to shoot that to get kids in a casino. That's not allowed at all.
Yeah, right.
And so they had
a
to
kid
put-
can walk through a casino. Yes,
They could walk in back in the day. You could walk through this very specific
you can walk
areas
through a
that were
casino,
not.
but yes,
you can't
touch
You
any
can't
of
post
the-
up shop at
they
an empty
were-
crafts table.
You can't be going pass
and-
line.
Hard eight.
Yeah.
Hard eight. And then a hard eight comes up.
You cannot do that.
pass line. Yeah. Oh my god. I fucking love
Definitely not.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the smoking. I'll tell you what I didn't miss was the cursing. Good Lord. I didn't know you could say shit that many times in a PG movie.
I guess so.
Is that a thing, I guess?
I was
I don't know.
surprised too. I was pleasantly surprised.
They
me
said
double
shit
check.
at least twice, maybe
It is
three
rated
times.
PG. Yeah. 1989 PG.
Because there was a chicken shit, and then there was an oh shit, and there may have even been one more. I was surprised.
It's probably the way they used it.
Yeah, it was nothing.
How do they not rate movies based on the shit you're watching, like the trauma, the death of this kid. Like, how do you not rate a movie based on that too?
I don't know.
Well, I would not want to be
fucking My
on the
Girl
rating
PG,
board
right?
if
Like,
I wouldn't know how
I mean,
to rate
every
things.
Pixar movie or Disney movie is a
Yeah.
mother or a child dying at
Yeah.
the beginning.
freaking
but it's just not anything visually like
But
you know,
it's
bad.
so
But I understand what you're
intense.
saying. That it's a deep, I get that. There should be some weight given to that. All right. Country fried steak and egg with Yukon Gold potato cubes. Croissant crust, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Seasoned with sage and thyme by Greg. That
Damn,
sounds like
I
Greg.
want that tomorrow
that sounds
morning
like
for
an
breakfast.
all-time classic.
That
right
sounds
there.
really
Hot
good.
Pocket,
Save that.
please
Screenshot
make
that. We're saving
yeah,
that.
that sounds
Yeah.
like amazing.
Seems like high work for Greg, to be real honest.
It kind of
Yeah.
does, but the
Hey,
sage
hey,
and
hey.
thyme, it's a careful blend.
No one
You
ever
know, it's-
accused Greg of not being a hard worker.
That's right.
His annual review
There's
is going to
just
go
a
really well.
ceiling to his skill level.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. He's no Enrique.
He's no Enrique.
Yeah.
To put it,
And he's
you
no,
know,
what's our Italian
that's
guy,
going-
Luca?
That's
oh yeah,
a-
who was it? Rocco?
I thought it was Luca.
Luca?
Oh, no, it
Okay.
could be Rocco though.
No, Luca sounds.
I like Luca and Rocco.
Luca Rocco's his name.
So early in the film, we learn that there's something that Jimmy likes that we all like as adults, and Grizz, you especially like. Well, me too.
Cigarettes?
No.
Oh.
Legos.
Oh, I love Lego.
Yeah, there's some Lego. Oh, I guess it is just Lego, right?
Yeah.
I've had to be
It's like,
corrected multiple times in the last few
those
years.
people need to fuck off.
Yeah, they do.
That's
They're Legos.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, but there's a bit of Lego building, and that looked like real Lego,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they're not generic back in the day.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I wonder if Lego paid for that product placement. I don't know.
You'd be shocked. A lot of companies pay for a lot of product.
Yeah, they
placements,
may
even
have.
at the minimal size.
I don't know. Airstream never paid for anything, and they got featured in a lot of stuff.
No, but they had to approve it for the clout.
not
every
for,
single
not for, the accountant.
All right,
I
so
don't think
that
they
is.
did.
I found out later that they just threw that all out the window. They don't care. Any promotion is good promotion. They just went for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they used to be tight on that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, pepperoni pizza with shredded baby spinach. That seems a little contradictory.
Mm.
And a buttery biscuit crust, double dusted with
Oh,
truffle
damn.
salt and thyme. And this is Greg's purview once again.
That's intense.
We haven't talked any music in this movie,
Mm.
so we got to bring that up. How about those little flute things, like you know, like it's just like
I can't place that.
You don't remember? There was so much little flute stuff. It was like all over the place.
I don't even. My ear.
Play your flute, Greg.
I believe you. I love the fact that they played a lot of soundtracks from video games.
Yeah.
You know, you got to
Sure,
hear Mario
sure.
2, Mario 3, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember the actual soundtrack. So
I think that's what made it. You said it kind of felt like a TV show, right?
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think that's
it felt
part of
very
what made
sitcom-y,
it felt
yeah.
like a sitcom was those little flute tracks. Anyway,
yeah.
you
Okay.
know, like when a transition happens.
yeah.
Music wise, I thought the
Right.
music. I thought the music
It was like Brian's
great.
Corner.
I thought the music was incredible. The only song that I hard remember is Symbian Angel. That
Yes.
being like the power punch of the movie, I felt like.
I remember that hard too.
Outside of the opening song, which was You Don't Get Much by Bodines, which is the opening
Yep.
scene.
Yep.
I don't know if we've talked about it, but the 2.5 minute walking scene of
Yeah.
the kid in the desert, the Utah desert, just like walking up and just kind of with his lunchbox going on.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, there were some solid kind of 80s rock tracks too,
Yeah.
for sure. In addition to that sort of filler music, it's a chicken parm with sliced jalapeno and a flaky puff pastry crust dusted with truffle salt and thyme. By who else?
Did we get
Truffle
did,
salt
Did a
again?
reel get stuck? Do we need maintenance?
Yeah, truffle
we
salt
made
seems
coming
heavy.
in. A lot
Right.
of truffle salt and thyme.
Truffle salt
Greg's
seems
working
heavy.
hard, but that's okay. We like Greg.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it.
Okay, guys. Now, Grizz, I know you love telling us you're so much younger than us, even though you're like 10 days younger.
Yeah, 10 days
But-
younger. Yep.
But do you guys remember, us old folks in the room? Do you guys remember when like arcade games were just in like random stores? There was like a couple in the gas station. There was a couple at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You know, they were just kind
It
of
was like anywhere there's an ATM machine, there's also an arcade machine.
Right,
Because
right.
our ATMs are kind of random. You'll find them wherever.
kind of like that. Yeah, and there was
Same
like
vibe.
especially like the pizza places. Remember there was and they actually had one
Yes.
of these in the movie. There was the game in the table.
Yes.
It was like
yes.
there was the
Yeah.
glass with the game. Like, bring that back. Someone bring that back.
That missed me, I think.
Yeah,
I missed that.
when I
the
grew
only
up,
time I ever saw it was Pizza King.
I went to Pizza,
Pizza
King in
King, yeah.
Avon,
Yeah.
by the
Pizza
way.
King was my.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
my
same,
favorite pizza
Avon.
place
Yeah.
of all time.
Same.
But I think the video games, there was one in Zionsville for years, and they finally got rid of it a few years ago. But they had N64s, was the oldest
Oh, that's
system
cool.
they had,
Mm-hmm.
and they had them all set up. And that's the only thing I remember from a video game. I don't remember pinballs at all in stores or any type like that. But video games, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember.
It was like a big, like I remember like, and I was like a little kid, like, like 4 or 5 years old, like walking up to the gas station with my dad up the street. And like, there was just like Contra. There was just like a Contra
just a
arcade
couple of
machine.
games
Well, I spent a lot of money on the Turtles in Time video game in Noble Romans.
Nice.
Because we would go there after soccer games,
Mm-hmm.
and that was all I wanted to play. Was like I wanted to go to Noble Romans and I wanted to play Turtles in Time.
No,
I
the
love
best
that.
part about Noble Romans
What a
was you got to
wonderful
watch
memory.
him make
Yeah.
the pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just, like,
Through
up
the
to
window?
glass.
Yeah.
And can you
Oh.
imagine being a worker there? I'm like, just fucking
You're like,
get
there
out.
was
I just want
still-
to
There was
have
still
to
one.
wash my hands again. Like everybody's paying attention
Oh
to
god.
what I'm doing.
There was still one in Zionsville until a few years ago, and
Yeah.
I was so bummed because I wanted to bring my kids there more.
We still
often,
got one
but-
of those nearby
Wait,
here.
Do you?
That's the,
10th
that's
Street.
the one I went to.
10th Street.
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
There's no windows. You go
No
in there,
windows.
it's like you're going into a mob
Yeah, they
joint.
knew that
There
was
were
a bad
no
idea.
windows. Yeah.
That's a
Shoot.
bad idea. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Well, no, the windows are not on the outside.
Yeah,
There's still a window.
There's no
into the
window. You
kitchen.
walk in there, and the restaurant has 0 windows in, but there's the window
Oh,
between.
you can still see the pizza.
You can
making
watch the pizza. Sorry, yeah, you watch a window, but I'm saying like it's weird to walk into
It's
a building.
dark.
Like how often do you
It's
walk
real dark.
into a building that has 0 windows?
I've got a story about Noble Romans for you guys that I'm going to save for off camera because it's going to make you fucking hate Noble Romans.
Yeah, let's save it.
We're going to talk
We don't want to
about it
ruin
later.
Noble Romans for
No,
you
it's-
guys.
we're not-
No, they went to that bistro style.
It's something way worse than that. Trust
Not
me.
the one in,
Yeah.
not the one on 10th Street.
Not
They're
the one
just
on
the
10th Street.
exact
They-
same.
It's the exact same.
They probably still got turtles in
I'm
time.
still hunting down Pizza Kings.
Off subject. They had a little monster in there, and then you could pay money, and it would fill up a balloon.
Oh,
my
I
gosh,
kind of
that's
remember this.
kind of
I
vaguely-
kind of remember that. Yeah.
So it's like I want to say, I don't know. I was little, so it might have been like 7 feet tall, and
6'7".
6'7", 7, 8 feet tall. It looked huge, and there was a clear plastic bit in the center, and you would pay $1, and then you would see your balloon inflate inside the stomach.
Yes, I do remember this.
Oh
bit.
yeah, the big blue beast. Is that what you're
it
talking
is?
about? Yeah, I remember him on like the.
I don't remember him being.
It was dark. It was dark in there, and it was dark. The character was dark.
We need to
And-
dig into
Yes.
this. We need to dig into this more on Exopod. I
Yeah,
feel.
dude, it was
We
like
did.
this weird like blue beast guy, right?
Oh no!
Is there- you're
I
talking
don't
about?
think so. I mean, it might have been.
I don't think that's what I'm.
It wasn't
remembering.
blue. I don't think.
It's like some Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
It is.
But it would.
We gotta talk about
It would
that.
like clip the balloon and everything, and you'd like.
Yes, I remember this. Ben.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a
not alone.
technological marvel. I'd
Yeah.
love to have one of those in my house. That'd be amazing.
I don't want like I'm not. I'm just more talking to you guys.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, no.
I don't want to feel alone in this memory.
No, I remember this, Ben. I remember this.
You're
We don't feel
awakening.
lonely in our memories at all.
There's like ancient memories you're awakening right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're not fully baked, but
Yeah.
yeah.
How about
There's
a
something there.
Nashville hot chicken with caramelized
Caramelized.
onions and an extra crispy crust seasoned with cracked black pepper. One other little music note here. So I don't remember if you guys remember this, but okay. Kind of the team, the 3 kids are hitching a ride. It's just early in the film in the back of a truck, and they're counting up their money.
Mhm. With
right?
the cows. The
Oh,
cows
yeah.
are back
Cows?
there. Mhm.
And then they just kind of get assaulted for their money by these adults. Well, this like wacky good old boy music's playing. It's like
Yeah, that
and like these adults are like assaulting these children for their money.
For money, yeah.
That was
To-
once again
tonally
totally
For what?
Off.
$90?
Totally weird.
well, that was like $7,000 back then. So yeah,
True.
it kind of made sense. But regardless, tonally strange,
It's part of the risk of going across country.
I guess. All right, a Gouda bacon jam melt. Okay.
Whoa.
With caramelized onions and a buttery biscuit crust seasoned with cracked black pepper once again. Let's talk the games in this movie because boy, were there
There we
a
go.
lot.
Finally.
Boy, were there
the
a
one
lot.
thing I want to talk
I'm
about.
going to run
time.
down the list here. And here's what I want to
About
know, guys.
time.
I want to know Mario 3 excluded because we
Mhm.
all love fucking Mario 3, obviously.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game out of this list of games? Okay, I'm going to run this down here. Ready? Okay, we got Double Dragon. We've got Ninja. Now, they pronounce in the film Ninja Gaiden.
Gaidan.
No, I always went Gaiden.
Okay.
I've heard Gaiden, but I think it's Gaiden.
Gaiden or Gaiden are acceptable. Gaidan, not.
No one says
Got
that. You got Mario 2
Mhm.
is shown. Now, this is a weird one, and I don't know why they would have shown this game. There's a game called F1 Dream. that was shown, and it's not a Nintendo game.
Is that the one where he's doing the Power Glove?
No, that's Rad Racer.
Yeah, that's Rad Racer.
This is an arcade cabinet. It's earlier in the film, and the weird part is it's not a Nintendo game, and it was actually I believe it was on TurboGrafx 16.
Is that the isometric
eventually.
one where the trucks are kind of okay?
No,
Sorry.
it looked like Rad Racer.
Okay.
But it was a different game called F1 Dream.
F1 Dream.
Which
and you said it was on what system?
I believe it was on TurboGrafx 16.
That's weird that they would have added because there
I know,
so many Nintendo
Was it
games
a
to choose
company
from.
that Nintendo bought? Maybe.
I don't think so. It was just I don't know. I don't know the backstory there. Rad Racer, we just brought that up. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, which good lord, that was a hard fucking game.
Yeah,
that was
really
so
tough.
hard.
There was a Mega Man game in this, and honestly, I couldn't tell if it was Mega Man 1 or 2. I think it was 2.
It was not one.
It was not okay.
Yeah,
I think it was 2.
It was the one with the red square faces that you had to jump on. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like the big face.
But I can't tell you if that's 2. But I'm pretty sure that's 2.
Yeah, I'll find out.
You had Metroid.
Metroid was a big one. Yeah.
Classic.
You had RC Pro-Am. No, that's a great game.
That's the one I think
That's
I
the
was
one
thinking
you're
of.
talking where
The
it's like you see
isometric
the
one.
whole track.
Yeah.
Or not the whole track, but it's the isometric. Yeah. You had Contra, of course. And then you had a Zelda game on screen for a split second, and I'm pretty sure it was Zelda 2 because it looked like there was side scrolling happening, and there's no side scrolling in the first Zelda game. So I'm pretty sure it's Zelda 2.
Yes, I believe you're right. Yeah.
And the dad is playing it. Beau Bridges is playing it kind of in the repair shop. So out of all those games, you guys probably don't remember that gigantic list of games, and I probably missed a couple.
I think the one that sticks out is Ninja Turtles, just because how difficult and how much
that game was hard as fuck.
As much as I screamed at that fucking game with my brother, and just like
that game
being
was
so
a huge pain in the
so
ass. If you could
hard.
beat that game as a kid, you were on the next level.
Is it me or you play Switch? You have a Switch. Do you guys feel like Nintendo just goes hard in the number of games they release for every system? That it just seems so astronomical that they have a catalog of games for every system they come out with.
I think it's great. I love that.
I love it, but I just think it's just so funny. But then it reminds me of like these games that of back in the day of like Ninja Turtles, where it's so impossible to beat. Like they did not think about it when they made it, or they didn't think through.
I mean,
like
the every system has like those games though. Like Lion King for Sega, was
hard as fuck.
the hardest
like
fucking game.
the level where you had to jump like
over the wildebeests.
Yes, and you had to like grab onto the tails and, and grab onto the monkeys, and so that was like it was basically impossible.
Yeah,
and they did that so you would keep renting it from Blockbuster over and over and over and over again. It was just super scandalous.
Yeah.
All right, steak and cheddar with roasted red peppers and a buttery biscuit crust seasoned with sea salt, and that one's by an intern. We only trust the sea salt to the interns.
Got it. Yep.
That's low level.
Low level.
Salt.
It's good sea salt, though. It's good sea salt. Okay, so this was a fun fact I read about this movie. The original cut of this film was almost 3 hours.
Shut up.
All right.
3 hours.
Okay.
I bought this movie on Blu-ray, and I
Yes.
wanted the physical copy of it, and had a great. Who was it by? Shout Out was the name of the DVD
Yes.
creator. So they did like a 4K scan of it to Blu-ray, and it looked unbelievable when I watched it.
Incredible.
But the extras, all right, there were 2 extra discs to watch the extras on. So I put in the first one, and my girlfriend's daughter, she's 5, and she loves this movie. She wanted to watch it immediately after we watched the first time. So it's got holding power to young kids.
Okay, good.
But I watched the extras. I put it in right afterwards, and her and I watched an hour and a half before I realized, oh, there's more to this than just the hour and a half that we've already watched of just extra scenes that were not cut.
You're talking about like that was on the extra 2 discs?
That was on the first disc, not even the
Oh,
bonus
okay.
material. It was just, hey, these are the cut scenes. No sound, no editing, no color grading. It was like, I was like, holy shit. There was Rufio in this. He was one of Fred Savage's friends.
Huh.
An entire side plot of them at the house, them hanging out in the city, the town that they grew up in. And I was like, what is this? Like, it's him and a couple other people. I was like expecting to see like Tobey Maguire pop up or something, but hour and a half plus of extra cut scenes of them at the house, them on the road, them in like the hotel
A lot of it was like
rooms.
the earlier stuff in the movie.
So much of the early backstory, stuff like that. A lot of the step parent stuff was in there as well.
Which is kind of, I mean, I wanted more of the later stuff. Like the
Yeah.
competition at the end was like
it
the
was
prelim,
it was
the prelims
rushed.
were like a minute.
I agree. It was
was-
rushed.
Yeah. But anyways, and I think that's part of what the director was so pissed off about, because he was like, we're shooting all this stuff. This isn't going to work.
It was a lot.
That makes sense.
I haven't even gotten into the bonus material. So yeah,
There's a lot of it.
Yep.
All right, how about a bacon eggplant parm with pepperoni crumbles and a buttery biscuit crust blasted in all red, blasted with cracked black pepper. Okay. Okay, now this is just a little thing, but something that really pisses me off in movies that show gambling in the casino. That the movies always get wrong. Every single fucking time. And every time I'm like, don't stop. You know nothing about gambling. Whenever there's craps in movies, right? And someone rolls a 7, they're always like, winner! 7, 7, 7. Motherfucker, everyone loses when you hit a 7.
There's only one situation where people win on a 7, and it's when you're not, there's no bets.
And no real gambler is like playing like the pass line
that's
only.
Not how you make your money.
That's not how you play craps.
It's like an extra bonus, like, oh, we got a 7 when there was no number was on. Oh, cool, everybody wins.
Yeah,
now let's actually start playing.
Shitty when you roll. That's when craps, you want someone to roll forever. That's how you make money. So you keep hitting numbers.
Or isn't betting the pass line like eventually like betting the house?
Well, first of all, that's the like most basic possible bet in craps. That's the one thing that every craps player does.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I misspoke. Actually, it's the no pass line wins when you hit the 7.
Yeah,
so
the
if
no
you bet
pass
the
line.
pass
No
line,
pass line.
which most people do,
exactly.
The 7 is a loser.
It's
so
basically before you roll a number and the button's on a number, if you roll a 7 or an 11, you win. If there's a number on, you roll a 7 or 11, you lose. Usually there's a number on. That means a 7 or 11, you're losing every time.
Exactly.
Or maybe a 7. So the fact that she's like hollering to Spanky, like, play the pass line. And he's like, oh shit, I'm about to play the pass line. And he wins.
And then they hit a 7.
That's what everyone does. Like, there's nothing special.
Right.
Then she fucking goes the opposite direction. She goes, play the hard 8. Don't ever play the hard 8 in craps. Don't ever play the hard 8 unless you just want to throw $1 out there for fun.
But like a real gambler, like someone who's out there to just fucking gamble will be playing all the hard, like give me all the hard ways, give me the yo, give me, like.
But she's not going to see, it's funny because she gives the advice, play the pass line, play the field. Those are very generic things. Play a hard 8. What? Whoa. We went from 0 to 60 to a hard 8. And then he fucking rolls the hard 8. And then here's why I take 2 points off the movie.
Yes.
No. They don't show the hard 8 get rolled. He rolls it, the dice go in the corner, and everyone cheers. Just at least roll the dice 17 times and get footage of the hard 8 hitting. Please. I'm sorry. I played a lot of craps in my day.
Yeah. I'm glad you understand this.
Yes.
Every time
I am blown away by Brian's knowledge of gambling over here. I was clueless to this.
And again, nobody that has not played craps would care any about that. But people,
but every time,
explain hard 8.
You have to roll 4 and a 4.
A 4 and a 4.
Yeah,
and do you know the chances of rolling a 4 and a 4?
1 in 36. 5-3, no.
1 in 36. There's no. That's a very bad. You get a big payout, but you're going to lose your money.
So
basically
a 6 and a 2 would be an easy 8.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Man, you guys are nuts.
when people hit a 7, no one's happy.
Do you have a gambling problem, or did you?
No. No.
Anyway,
Did you know?
I have never. People. Yeah, I love.
Define problem.
Yeah.
I love poker, and I go straight to the poker room.
Poker's not gambling.
I go straight to the poker room. I've never played a slot machine.
The fact that poker and craps are in the same building it confuses people because poker's not gambling in any way.
All right. How about a loaded baked potato with fire roasted corn and an extra crispy crust dusted with habanero spice by the man himself, Enrique?
Fire loaded.
Now, here's what I want to talk about, guys. This is an important one. This is probably the biggest hot pocket of the night.
Okay.
Do you guys remember, and we got a brief view of this, the Nintendo gameplay counselors?
Yes.
What a job.
Yeah.
What
Nintendo
a job.
Powerline.
Can you imagine if you had that on your resume? Yeah. I was a Nintendo gameplay counselor for just a hot minute in history. You could have been sitting in a call center, having people call in on a 900 number, asking about video games.
You guys ever call?
It was like $1 a minute.
I never called in. No,
yeah, you called in.
My brother and I called in. So
when
we got like the phone line or whatever to like be able to call wherever, and we remember seeing the thing, and it was like $1 a call.
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Like that. It was expensive.
Yeah,
but
how the fuck else would you know?
Yeah.
How to do some of this stuff?
The only reason I asked because we had the pad, the running pad.
Yeah, the power
my
pad.
uncles or my cousins gave it to us as like a second, second hand kind of thing. And we got the pad and we could not figure out like, why does this not do what it's supposed to do? And they would tell us like, oh, you got to be able to really hit that spot or like hit it square on the circle.
That's what you called in for?
You didn't ask like, how do I get the third warp whistle?
Yeah, right. That's like what you call
Simon's
Quest. Like, how do I find the secret?
This is like 10 years after the NES, and Super Mario came out.
You just had like a warranty issue.
Everyone, yeah, right. You should have gone back to the store. Everyone knows on the power pad, you kneel down and you just slap the things as hard as you can with your hands,
bro. They
and
don't
then
know.
you win everything.
And you take the gun and you just shoot it right on the screen. Nobody stands
right on
10
the
feet
screen,
back.
yeah.
What kind of loser stands it back?
Yeah. Yep. But I remember calling on that, and then I remember calling on. I think it was. It was like a race. Excite Bike or something like
I
that.
love Excite Bike.
great
Yeah.
game.
Excite Bike was great, but we were calling on like stupid shit, like how to create your own obstacles and stuff like that. So you can get
because
higher
you create your
points.
own track.
Yeah.
You can create your own track,
build
but
your
then
own
get
track.
higher points because of your track. So yeah,
Sure.
I would say that the Nintendo Power line is a testament to how Nintendo just absolutely swept everything. I mean, Nintendo was so much bigger back in the late 80s than Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, or anything
Well,
is
there was
now.
none of it. Well, yeah, because they had the monopoly.
It came off of the heels of the video game crash of '82, and so everyone's thinking
Right.
video games are done,
right.
Because Atari fucked everything up.
exactly.
E.T., the most notorious terrible game ever on Atari, and then Nintendo comes in, just saves the day, and just comes out with like the fucking best console they could have, and it took over. I mean, we did not have money. We weren't poor. Like I had what I needed. But we didn't get the extra stuff, right? We talked about it. I had the LA regulators, but we had a fucking Nintendo. Like we didn't have anything that cost, but we had a Nintendo.
Do you remember they used to sell NES in the system like in the gas station?
It was
like,
everywhere.
You could buy that shit.
Yep. It was
anywhere.
absolutely everywhere, and it was so
ours
huge.
was secondhand. It was all covered in smoke, cigarette smoke, debris.
That's
and
probably
all
how
kinds of
Atari
shit.
was for me. When I think about Atari,
NES
it was like
we got it from our cousins once they got this SNES, or they got the whatever, and like Sega or beyond. We had that thing through high school. Like that is not even that long ago that we had an NES, and that was our big system.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right, just a couple more, guys. We got a chicken, broccoli, and cheddar with sliced jalapeno and sourdough crust blasted with buttery herbs. Let's talk about the host of the final kind of turn, that creep show. That guy was so fucking weird and creepy.
He dialed it. He did cocaine before every shot, probably.
He did a lot of that yak for sure. I feel like, okay, just a couple lines from him. When those three small children were supposed to come up to the stage, he goes, "Come up here, my little beauties."
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was talking about before.
Now, that was fucking weird. And then he puts his arms around that little girl, and he's like, "Oh, you are gorgeous."
Yeah, that's the one I was talking. Yeah, that's
dude, vibes,
Right,
man.
So this is me, but
vibes are off.
I've
Vibes
never
are off.
I've never called out a poor man's character, but this is the poor man Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So you said that earlier in the podcast, and when that came on, I paid attention. I was like, that does look like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I've thought that since
to be
this
fair,
movie came out.
Jean-Claude Van Damme used to do like 10 grams of cocaine a day.
Yeah.
So like, there's not. I had a buddy
fits.
told me a story about Jean-Claude Van Damme once in like the early '90s in Hollywood, where like but I'm not going to tell the whole story, but basically it ends with him buck naked in the middle of Sunset Boulevard doing push-ups.
Cool.
Badass.
I feel like you skipped over a lot.
I did.
Yeah,
I
a
did.
little bit.
I did. But
That's a hot
how it
pocket for
ends.
another day.
We'll save that for the
Friend with
Patreon.
Jean-Claude, and he
That's how
ends
it
up
is.
naked.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada.
He ends up in the middle of the
Yada,
street
yada,
doing push-ups.
That's what happens when you do 10 grams a day.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, we got two left. Chocolate cherry cordials with espresso, whipped cream, and an extra crispy crust dust with honey butter glaze.
Oh, that's kind of a special one.
It is
That's
kind
like
of a special
hol-
one.
almost a
It's a limited
holiday.
edition.
Yeah,
It's
limited
a limited
edition,
edition.
yeah.
As Mike Lowry would say, limited edition.
As our Bad Boys
check out our
expert,
Bad Boys episodes. Okay, guys, I want to talk Mario 3 whistles. Do you guys remember, like, it was almost like a playground legend. Like the first time you heard about the whistles in Mario 3 and how secret they were, and you can just skip over whole worlds with these whistles.
Yeah.
It was almost like a fable that, like, you know, that you didn't really know if it was true or not. But some kids swore up and down there were whistles. You could find whistles. You could skip right to the final word. There's 3 whistles, right?
3
Right.
in the first world.
No.
No, each sort
the
of
first-
row has its
The
own
first world has
whistle.
2, right?
Does it? It's been a long time since I played. I thought there were 3 total.
The first world has 2, and based on whether you're on the top of the map, middle of the map,
Yeah.
bottom of the map, it would send you to the bottom of the warps to the
well,
middle
no,
of the
you
warp
just
top.
the way it would work. So the first world World 3 had the one where if you squat down on top of the block,
Right.
you'd go behind it, you go behind the block
Right.
and get
Yes.
it.
Right.
Then the other warp whistle was in the castle, and if
Well,
you
you
blew one,
fly
it
above
takes
and
you
go
to
around.
the top row, 2, 3, 4 worlds.
Exactly,
If you
yes.
blow the another whistle while you're on that screen, it takes you down to World 7. So you
Correct.
skip the middle row.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know I don't remember where the third warp whistle is. Is it at the end of World 2 where you break the block and go to the right of the screen? I don't
know if I
remember.
ever got that far.
Anyway,
No, one was in the first world where you hide behind the.
No, that's
what
block.
he just said.
The second is in the castle.
Right.
I don't know where the
you're literally
third is.
repeating what I literally.
No, I
just
don't know
said.
where. I thought you said differently.
Well, what I was saying was the way to get to World 7, you don't need the 3 warp whistles. You just have to use them consecutively. If you use one
Right.
and then immediately the other one, you go to World 7 instead of World 4, 5, 6.
interesting.
So,
Okay.
You didn't know that?
no, I don't think I did, but I noticed that it would be different based on the height of the screen, top, middle, bottom.
I don't know if it calculated
If
the
I
height.
use it at the bottom, it would send me to 7, and I would go directly to World 8
Oh.
every
I
time.
think you're...
I don't.
I don't know.
I'm out of my depth.
I gotta look. I gotta look.
I've watched a lot of Mario 3 speedrunning.
All right.
I was a Super Mario World guy.
Yeah. Another
yeah.
Makes sense.
absolute classic. Our final hot pocket: a Mexican chocolate with maple syrup. Oh, swizzle! Yes, we
I love that the
finally
last
got
one
a
got a
swizzle.
swizzle.
Yes, yes. I've been waiting for that swizzle. No drizzle. It's a swizzle.
Isn't it fun when it
motherfucker.
finally
It's
comes?
a swizzle. Then a fried waffle crust seasoned with cinnamon sugar dust. Ooh, that rhymes.
What a
magical
what a
hot
hot pocket to end on. This
Yes.
better be good.
It's a good one.
Oh, it is a really good one. Why did people in their 30s and 40s in the 80s look so much older than they do
Button
today?
up, short sleeve button ups tucked into white
Is that
Docker
what it
shorts. I don't know. I'm just.
But I feel it's like their faces. They look like people that were like in their 30s and 40s in the 80s. Those people are like 60. Like they look like they're 60 now.
Yeah.
Right?
Is
Like,
it? Is
I mean,
it
it's
just
like
because
looking
of,
at
is it
pictures of
because of
people in the
plastic
50s.
surgery and all that?
Look at people in the 50s.
maybe maybe. But I think it's like fitness. I
Are
don't
we
think
way
anyone,
more vain
like,
now?
I don't
Is
think
it-
anyone worked out in like the 80s really, except
Maybe
unless
not.
just,
Do
that's
you
like
use
all you
lotion?
did.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
you
I know what it was. They all
lotion,
fucking
moist-
smoked cigarettes all the time.
Oh,
That's what it
everyone
was.
was smoking
That's what it was.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And
I
even if
picked
you
up
didn't
smoking.
smoke,
Look at all these lines.
You were
Right.
around. You went to a
always-
restaurant.
You're
you're-
airplane
secondhand
smoke, and
Yeah.
on the
We
right,
figured it
that's
out.
what it is.
That's the answer.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it was a
Fantastic.
wonderful time.
it was.
Everyone went to Ponderosa and got smoke lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you
exactly
put your,
right.
your fork up for more
Yeah.
steak. Yeah. It's perfect.
Oh man.
All right,
I love
guys.
smoking.
You want to do some? I know you're just getting into it, right?
It's so good.
Closing thoughts.
Yeah. So for me, the script was probably the biggest egregious part of the movie. It was very paper thin. I really wanted a more fulfilling ending. I didn't like how it just kind of like
wrapped
the
up,
competition's over and then they go to this dinosaur exhibit. And I know there's some closure and I don't hate the ending, but I wanted it to be more fulfilling. I needed something. I don't know, maybe like a prologue scene or like Nick, you're always talking about like a twist or a callback.
Yeah,
and I
nothing.
guess maybe you could say when he places the photo in the dinosaur because that's where his sister wanted to go. Maybe that's one. Maybe it just didn't connect with me. I don't know. I didn't love the ending. And I just felt like it was mostly just a movie made for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't appreciate when movies are directly made for an age group. And I've said this before. I don't mind if movies are made for like women versus men. And I even hate to dissect that because like men and women can like whatever movies they want. But like, you cater to demographic. But I don't like when the demographic is an age. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I think every movie should be made ageless. Obviously the content can be restricted by the MPAA, but like I don't like that it was made for kids. But the one good thing I'll say about this, I mentioned some forward thinking in this movie. We talked about esports, Twitch. I also liked how it didn't. I was worried that they were going to treat his mental illness. Now we probably say he's autistic or he's on the spectrum or whatever it is. They didn't really have that terminology back then, and they kind of grouped everybody together a little bit. And I feel like this movie treated him with respect, and I liked that.
Yeah. By the end, they did. During the movie, no.
Yeah, and I loved and I loved how Fred Savage was like speaking up for him and not calling him and nobody said the R word. I loved that. Like no one said not that he was that, but like people could have called him that, and I love that. So
it was very common
Especially
at the
back
time.
then.
and so there's that. You got the non-traditional family structure with the stepdad and the stepbrother and all that. I think that's a little bit forward thinking, and then also sort of I liked how he said, when he talked about who'd you kiss, and he said, or did you kiss a girl or whatever? And it's like it wasn't like a joke, like, oh, did you kiss a girl? I love how he just was like, or was it a girl? Like the gayness was not stigmatized. It's like, oh, that's pretty forward thinking because in '89. people made fun of gay.
Yeah.
And,
oh my
and
God,
so I really respected the fact that this movie did not go for that low hanging fruit. So good job.
Yeah. This movie is so much. I mean, it's so enjoyable as a nostalgic, time capsule for me. But I think the themes just got me. I was just shocked by how deep and like dark some of this stuff is. And I'm a sucker for that stuff. If it's dark and twisted and like there's characters that have struggles with this or that. The son, I don't know if they were trying to tag at the autistic side or the autism. I think it was more the trauma that he had to go through and the effect it had of his sibling, his twin dying in front of him. And I think that's what they were trying to push after. And I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you have the struggles of the brothers that are trying to figure it out at both age ranges, 12 and 20. And then you have the father struggling with it, the stepfather being like, no, just send him to a home. We'll figure it out. That is all just wildly interesting to me. Yeah. I think that's so intriguing. I have a little bit more thought behind that, like from how thought-provoking it is in general. But yeah, I love that. So I think that plus the nostalgia, the gaming, the videos, the road trip, all that stuff just added up to me to being 87. So yeah.
Yeah, Brian, I think you said it earlier. Like you said, and Grizz, like you were just saying, the themes are all there.
Yeah.
They just weren't explored in an interesting way, I thought. But at least they were there. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit, I'm not quite sure what to think about.
Do you think anything like immediately jumps out that would make it more interesting?
Well, I think you said originally, like, do we need dark themes in a Nintendo commercial?
I thought once again, tonally they didn't fit. Yeah. They were there, which was kind of interesting.
That is, totally.
But they didn't fit the movie at all. Like, if you're gonna go all in on a commercial, just do the fucking commercial, man. Like, I don't know.
Well, do like Transformers. That was a commercial.
Yeah. That was right, and tonally felt much more.
We had gotten way better. I had just seen the Glenn Powell's new The Running Man. And having watched that and seeing the little tiny clips in the background, the things that they're mentioning, like that is a commercial. Like
I can't believe you haven't seen the original Running Man. That's like it's my top
I've never
50.
seen it.
It's in my top 50 of all time. That movie is a fucking classic.
It's on your list?
It is so enjoyable.
You know who loves that movie? April.
Really?
She was the one that showed me that movie. Like maybe
I gotta watch it.
15 years ago. She was like, you have to watch The Running Man.
Classic Arnold.
I'll watch it this
just
week.
Top notch Arnold.
Yeah.
These are my final thoughts.
Yeah, I know. I would want to throw it back to you. Yeah, it's your turn.
I didn't have much else to say. Just being a dick. No, guys.
It's the power glove.
That's right. I know it makes me feel powerful. No, guys. But I love the games in this movie. Man, like I said, lots of nostalgia for that. And I think if I would have reviewed this movie as a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old, I'd probably give it a fucking 95 or something. It just. I don't know. I just didn't age that well for me, but I didn't hate it. I still had some fun with it. And it's an interesting time capsule,
Yeah.
And I also totally buy into what you guys are saying about how important, it kind of set the stage for something that just took over culture. I mean, video games is bigger than music and movies combined. It's the gigantic, it's the biggest entertainment industry.
And that was when that was when
and
it was
that's
all
really,
going down.
And that was kind of the jump. That was kind of the jump off right there. So that's interesting. So, I think there's some reasons to watch this movie. I just don't expect to see a great film, in my opinion. But I think especially if you have nostalgia for, old Nintendo games. I mean, give it a watch. You'll have some fun with it. Yeah. So. All right, we're going to do another film. Episode 71 after this. And
Whose choice is it?
My pick.
Oh, Nick shit.
It is
all right, what do you got?
Pick. And guys, I think we're gonna have some fun with this one. I hope I'm gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna do National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
Oh my God! I just watched
that. Yes,
we've been waiting years for this.
We've talked about it several times.
Yes.
I think I want to talk about. It's been a long time since I've seen
movies
it, but it's one of those movies I watched 10 times.
Ryan Reynolds is just endlessly entertaining. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again just to watch him.
That movie is Ryan Reynolds.
It is Ryan Reynolds. No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak out of turn. We'll wait, but
we will wait to talk.
You are very accurate on that.
Yeah, gem of a human.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, he is.
Have fun talking about that.
Nice.
All right.
Tara Reid is a great actress as well.
Oh, so good. Yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about it more next time.
Van Wilder. All right.
Join us for episode 71.
It's gonna be fun.
Next time, and we'll see you then.
Later.
See ya.